matter how much money we went through, we never let the paper change us.
So if y'all hear airplanes in the background, I'm near the airport. I'm about to run this load down to Atlanta. And for the remainder of that clip, it is towards the end of the video. I do want to inform y'all there are different parts to the video. So that's where you will see different days. On this particular day, this is just me hooking up. My start time was 5:30 and I just be in the zone, you know, come in, do my pre-trip on the truck. It is slip seating, but normally the truck you start with, they try to keep you with that particular truck in case of, you know, if anything does happen, they know that potentially is possibly you who may be held accountable for that truck. Jumping right into it, the hard truth about being a company driver compared to being an owner-operator is going back as a company driver. Because I'm using hypothetical numbers, okay? Say as an owner-operator, you grossed in one of your years, in one of your fruitful years, $200K, right? That's what you grossed. And let's say you netted anywhere from $60,000 to $72,000. And then in turn, because of hardships and economical reasons, you end up finding a company job, let's say, that pays anywhere from $85K to $100K. If that don't hurt no one's soul or anyone's heart, then I don't know what to tell you, because that has been probably one of the biggest challenges of going back as a company driver is the financial aspect of it. There are levels to this. It is. And I've never been an arrogant person. So I started off as a company driver. In doing this, I had to put my pride and ego aside and realize, baby girl, the money's not going to fall out of the sky. You better get up and go do something, because something is better than nothing. And I know to where a lot of y'all can relate. We could sit down on a couch at home contemplating, stressing about, you know, when something gonna shake. But at the end of the day, bills got to be paid, right? And I mentioned this towards the end of the video. You know, all in all, with doing this local gig, I was still running under my own numbers up until May 2nd, as I mentioned in my live, that I went through the voluntary revoking process to deactivate my carrier authority. And why not? Because I saw no point of not doing both. And again, I'm someone who appreciates consistent income flow. So as I mentioned, I've never been an arrogant person. So I would never ever shame or shun anyone who is a company driver, because we all started from somewhere. But the other difficult part about it is I have more freedom in my truck. I have more control in my truck. When I was doing one particular Amazon load, right? The guy was like, you know, oh, so who you work for? And with no arrogance, I was like, I looked at my truck and I was like, you know, I work for myself. Like, that feeling feels different. It does. It feels so good to say, like, dang, you got it on your own. You know, it feels good to know that we reach and come across certain milestones because we worked hard to be where we're at. So with everything going on within the economy, I had to do what made sense. The hard truth about this company driving job is the fact that there may be some instances to where I may be micromanaged by one particular individual, in which I don't like being micromanaged. You tell me how to do a task, you tell me how to perform the obligations of the job, I'm gonna do that. But if you keep poking and poking and poking, let's just say I appreciate being an owner operator. I do. And when the time permits, we gonna get back right, because, you know, nothing bad lasts forever. We're just weathering the storm right now. So about this route, I will probably further go into what I want to say, but about this route, because I'm just driving, right? Anyone who knows going from Charlotte to Atlanta, the detours, the backup, the construction they've been doing for like over 10 years, it becomes a lot. So taking US 29 is one of the best ways to deviate that foolishness. And I got on US 29 taking exit 4, or I could take exit 100 towards Blacksburg, South Carolina. Peaceful, right? I appreciate this job because I get to drive at night. I've been told several times there's nothing normal about driving at night, but I'm more aware at night. You know, like I'm more conscientious with what's going on the road. It's so much havoc in the daytime that we just move smoothly throughout the night with no issues, no hassle. On this particular day, it was probably between anywhere from 7 to 7:30. And ultimately, the earlier we start, the earlier we finish. The later we start, the later we finish. So I really don't try to do too many breaks. You know, I'll stop if I really have to stop. But all in all, I just like to keep it pushing, for real. I don't always rely on my GPS. I normally use GPS coming back from Atlanta, especially because it's always some type of incident going on or some type of backup, especially with their construction they have going on over there as well. Lunch on the go, for real. Eat and go. And that's what we had that particular day. But as far as the GPS goes, especially if you're a newer driver, try not to rely on it 100% of the time. I'm talking about you blinded to nothing but the GPS. GPS is your life. It's important to memorize landmarks, street postings, a specific type of car that stands out, you know, because you want to be able, it's situational awareness. And the GPS, Lord, it could possibly hinder you in terms of heading in the wrong direction, especially if you're not using a truck GPS. That latch back there that y'all see is a lifesaver. The 5th wheel pin puller has saved me because my arm has been strained due to not using it, and it's sufficient. It is. Stay prepared, man. Stay prepared.
And I think the voters are going to decide. They're going to look for the person who works the hardest, is the smartest, and gets their message out. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to win this.
Nikki Haley, thank you for being on Fox News tonight. It was good to see you.
So all in all, I'm not sure what all news stations are like the best, but one thing I've learned about listening to Fox News in the truck, especially, these people do not care what they say. And it's good to just keep informed, you know, and take whatever we take either to the heart or toss it to the side. But audiobooks, inspirational messages, some positive tunes, and we keep it pushing. All right, now, so to end the portion of the driving, I'm going to close it out with this. Someone had wrote something in relation to road therapy. I wrote something too, but I like this person's better, and it's a lot more descriptive. His name is KP, and I know many of y'all can relate when I say the road is therapy, okay? In the search for serenity, this one is a path to many that is a road less traveled. Thoughts unravel like the mouths as if wound on a spool. 2 eyes focused intently, but a third repurposed and retooled. Forged in the fires of anticipation and repetition, with a quick glance into reality. So continues the mission. RPMs steady as you recall past moments, some positive, some negative, for better or worse. These white lines can sometimes act as a sedative, wreaking havoc on the silence and stillness of open stretches. Midnight wanderers like tribe. I imagine the cement often laments. I hate when these mother truckers come along and kill my vibe. No harm intended, but a necessary evil. My response to the road, a righteous upheaval brewing as it concerns compensation for these loads, but nevertheless, we push through. Rain, sleet, or snow. Hands clam, brakes slam, traffic jams. Tires blow, sign bills, and handshakes. Mental elevations change like geographical landscapes. All right, so if y'all hear airplanes in the background, I'm near the airport. I'm about to run this load down to Atlanta. And I waited towards the end of this video to do this portion of the video because a lot of people don't make it towards the end, so that means a lot of people just won't catch the rest of the message. But I don't know where to begin. This year, and I speak mainly for myself, but I know some of y'all can relate, has been a year of unexpected events, you know, unfortunate losses to kind of like throw us off of our path, right? To throw us out of our element. 2023 has been a year of transformation, right? New beginnings, so on and so forth. And for me, it's been like an emotional roller coaster because I've lost so much, but yet I've gained much more, right? And when I deal with a lot, normally I don't run to social media, as I mentioned in my live, but I handle it on my own. And like emotionally, it's been so much, like I've shed a lot of tears, but normally I won't like cry around people or cry in front of people. I cry alone. It may be weird, but I cry alone for real, because a lot of people don't even deserve to see your vulnerability. Being vulnerable is a beautiful thing. I'm not saying that, but a lot of people don't deserve to see the vulnerability. I might get a call coming in from my job. What else am I trying to say? I don't like when people tell me how I feel, how I'm looking, because I got some DMs, oh, you look sad in your live. What was wrong, this, that, or third? I told y'all, lives make me so uncomfortable, and I be getting paranoid for real, because people crazy, and social media is a playground for some people to put up a facade and be something they're really not. And when I pre-record a video and put it out, it's minimal reaction or minimal interaction that I get with y'all. But when it's live, it's gonna take some time. Let me just say that it's gonna take some time, because some people are great at it. They can be on live for 2, 3, however many hours, and then some, they just find their way or they avoid it at all costs. But yeah, with that live, as I said, I was paranoid. I'd be uncomfortable, and also it's really like lack of sleep. Like that night of, I ain't sleep that much. So I hope y'all doing well. The other thing I want to leave y'all with is, don't use people as a spiritual crutch or a religious crutch, because what's going to end up happening is, depending on who you leading on, it could be a person that you've hurt, or it could be a person that's spiteful and vindictive that puts up a facade, and they will lead you astray. That's the worst thing that can happen. Do the inner work, do the inner healing, and go along your path in your own way. If you don't believe in nobody, no higher power, believe in yourself, because from what I've seen this year, I don't know what next year is going to hold, but be still. And sometimes you just got to do what's best for you, because I'm a woman first, but I'm an owner operator. I'm currently doing this local gig, working with this company, because that's what made sense. And what I didn't mention in that last video, I was still running under my own numbers while still doing this. Why not? You know? But the last thing I want to leave y'all with is, don't be scared. When certain things happen, certain similar events occur back to back to back, it's something within that situation that's causing for a lesson to be learned. I promise you it is. And I'm speaking the way I'm speaking because I had to learn quick, really fast, early on, or I was going to end up like a lot of people I used to know. So it's not me talking down on you. It's not me trying to project my thoughts or anything within me on you, but I'm speaking from experience. So do what you love what you do, let it work best for you. And yeah, until the next. Yeah, peace out.